Yo, you just tapped into One for the Brooks podcast, hosted by Davi B and me. Come on, man. Y'all know the vibes. New episodes drop every Friday. Let's get it.
With Beyonce. Matched. I'm on my new mountain.
It's recorded, by the way. Go ahead. Beyonce, right? Go ahead.
Because I sound just like her. Look, our audience knows I can sing.
They know you cannot sing.
I've sung a couple of songs, a little bit. One day I'm going to break y'all off for real.
Please don't.
Yes.
We'll lose half the followers.
No. Y'all going to tune in, huh? I know y'all are. Okay, well, welcome back.
What's going down, man? Welcome back.
To another episode. See, you hear me harmonizing?
No.
Beyonce taught me.
What episode is this?
This is the 6th episode.
Oh, man. I got 6 on it.
Beyonce taught me how to harmonize. We from the same city. Stop. And I got some big thighs like Beyonce. Oh, shit.
Oh, hell no.
Y'all, that's our alarm for our kid. Oh, welcome back to One for the Brooks podcast.
One for the Brooks podcast, man. We back.
Yes, I'm your girl, Davi B.
What's going down? It's Brett B, man.
Yes, and we are here with another episode, y'all.
Hey,
woo!
We in this hole.
And today we have another special guest.
You feel me?
Yes, I'm so excited. I'm always excited, but this time I'm really excited. Okay,
for sure,
guys?
For sure.
I'm so excited. So, just to tell you guys, this is one of my great friends. First of all, I've always had a collective of gay friends. I could say that. Yeah. I've always had gay friends. In middle school, I had a gay best friend. High school, I've always had like a gay buddy. Just because I don't know. I just love the LGBTQ community so much.
Just love people.
I just love people, but
that.
I do love the LGBTQ community. I am definitely an ally. Yes. Sure. So, today we have our good friend with us, Kevon. Woo!
A whole mini leaks over there.
Yeah.
the original.
You know, she love the gays.
She love the gays. She does. I love the gays too. I do.
The original champagne poppy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Original
This is our friend to the end, y'all. When I tell you he ride for us, like he is our brother. Brother. He don't like when I call him friend.
Yes, right. There we go.
Correction.
He don't like when I call him friend. He was like, "Bitch, I'm your brother."
Right.
I'm like, "Excuse me."
I get real offended.
So, Kevon, welcome.
I'm here.
Thank you for coming.
Sweating bullets.
Oh, no. Don't sweat now, honey. Turn the fan up.
Sweating. No. Because I'm nervous.
No, don't be nervous. You are comfortable with us. We talk all the time.
We do. Off air.
Yes, off air. We always talk and get into deep conversations. Even when Brett hang out with us. And, we all three of us. Yeah, so you'll be fine.
This isn't intimidating us. It's people listening now. They gonna be like, who y'all befriending?
Good people. We befriend good people.
Yeah, we befriend the right people. Right, exactly. So
I'm an open book.
Yes, and Kevon, so I want to kind of get into how we met. What's funny is Kevon and I have been friends as long as Brett and I have been together. That's because when Brett and I first started dating, Kevon and I met. That's funny. Mm-hmm. So 6 years, going on 7.
I lost count.
Yeah.
We've been together for a while.
Yeah. So, Kevon, let's talk about that night that we first met and how we met.
We met at, my sister Peaches, my barber, is married to your sister.
Yes,
so we
my sister-in-law.
Yeah, so we start there. One night, she invited me and Myron out to Leon's Lounge. And I guess that's their first time meeting Brett also, your sister's first time meeting Brett.
That was their first time.
Right. And my first time meeting y'all.
Yeah.
And I was like, Brett was really quiet. Didn't talk much. At the time, the only person I knew was Keisha.
Yeah.
So I'm like, Keisha, let's get drinks.
And Keisha is my middle sister, guys. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so I didn't really know you, but I was like, oh, she seems like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So I'd want to get to know her. And every time we talk, we say, oh, we have to hang out. Yeah. Yada, yada. I'm like, okay, yeah. And we never made it happen. We never made it happen.
Yeah.
And then one day, I don't know how it happened. It just happened.
Yeah. We just hung out and we started hanging out every
week.
Yes.
During the week.
During the week.
with your laptop at work, or be at a bar.
Amen.
Right, you at a bar.
I work from home.
Right. We at bars.
And I'm at work and y'all drunk.
Right. And literally at 3 in the afternoon.
Must be
Man,
nice.
turning up, like just having the best time. When I tell you that was some of my best times.
No, for real.
Like I enjoyed us going out every week. And it's funny, remember we hung out with another friend and she was like, y'all was going out during the week? Yes, honey. During the week. Hanging out. Living our best. When I tell you living our best life, oh my God. But can I just brag on Kevon before we get into everything? Yes. When I tell you, like, it's rare that you find friends who are, like, so transparent, so involved in your life. Like, real friends, when they say, I'm going to pray for you, they really pray for you. When you could just be, like, open about anything and there's no judgment, that's the type of friend Kevon is. Like, he is just, like, that type of person. Sure. He's friends with not only my sister, my sister-in-law, my sisters and sister-in-law, but like he knows my family. He's close with Brad. Like he's just like an all-around type of person. Like he really is a good friend.
For sure.
And that's rare and hard to find.
Yeah, these days and times.
Yeah, it is. And he's there. Like as soon as I asked him, hey, you want to be on a podcast? I have this idea about talking about the gay community and, you know, talking about it in Houston and your journey. And he was like, yes. And he's the right person to talk about it with because Kevon is 100%. We was just laughing about how Brett, tell the people what you said. Like Kevon was Trina before.
Oh yeah. He's to compare Kevon is you can compare him to Trina back in the day, you know. You hear her lyrics back in the day, and you was like, "Whoa, hold on,
we got a baby now.
We got to do to that now. We got to do to that."
Kevon has no filter.
Yeah. I try though. I try.
Nah, and when I say none, and I don't have a filter, so then when you know Kevon had to tap me on the leg a couple of times. Then when he talk about his, now don't let us start talking about sex. He don't got no filter. That is true. But when I tell y'all, like, the best friend, like, he's just a great friend all around. I just appreciate you.
Y'all too seriously. I always feel like home when I come
around. Oh, man, appreciate that.
Anytime I come around y'all, I feel like home. I swear. Like, I'm not even capping.
Aww.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
That's so sweet. I hope you do because
of course.
We've opened our home.
Listen.
Kevon to have some nights, y'all.
We ain't gonna speak on them.
The very first night. I'm like, okay.
We ain't gonna speak on them.
I'm family now.
Yes. So, we just listened to a little snippet of Beyonce's Renaissance Act 1 album. So what y'all think about the album? And let me just say this. It's a full disclosure. By the time you guys listen to this episode, it'll be a week from the album being released. So we just kind of want to catch up.
Because the album came out, yesterday?
It came out yesterday,
okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. I like it. I like it a lot. Mm-hmm. I like it. And I'm not a big Beyonce fan. Don't shoot me, people. I know y'all are all about Beyonce. Cool. I like Kelly. But I like this album a lot. I do. It had to grow on me because I had to listen to it twice before I was like, okay. I can see where she's going with this.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
She's opening up that runway lane, kinda.
And all the gays love it a lot. They really do.
They gays love Beyonce, period.
Yeah, but now this really solidified it. This album, like, she
put a stamp on it.
Yeah.
And she dedicated it to her uncle. Uncle Johnny, who was also gay. And I think he died from AIDS. So that's who the album is dedicated to. So, babe, what you think?
You know me, Beyonce can do no wrong. So I love Beyonce. I'm sorry.
I mean, we're not a part of Beehive, but we're a part of Beehive.
Yeah,
I'm not in a Beehive.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Because before it was a Beehive, I just love Beyonce.
Same.
Because I'm
always
from Houston.
See, I was so backwards. Like my first song, like, being gay, so young. My first song was Bills, Bills, Bills.
And first we started out real cool. See, that's what I'm talking about.
Don't let her sing though. I'm cool with Kevon singing.
Listen,
really?
But
because you can't sing.
Boy.
Oh, I can't either.
All right, well, let's just cut all the singing.
But so I always like Kelly. I always like girls who look different. And Kelly had I think blue pixie cut at the time.
She had a real short cut.
And
she would change it up. She'd have red.
Yeah.
She'll have blue. Yeah.
And I like I love dark skin girls.
I know you do. You tell me that all the time.
Dark skin.
Kelly's skin is just so
that's
radiant.
what I'm saying.
It's so beautiful.
Kissed by the sun.
She's very hey now. She's very.
I ain't gonna never see Kelly, man.
You
don't know that, right? Look,
Kelly is very
right,
beautiful. She's gorgeous.
She might pop out.
I mean, to me, every member that has been, even Farrah in her suitcase. Every member.
Suitcase. That Beyonce wanted to have.
Yes. You better go.
Just go home.
Here we go.
Right, let me stop.
Even Farrah, every member of Destiny's Child has been beautiful to me. They have.
Yeah.
LaToya is.
Oh yeah, flawless.
Oh, yeah. Flawless. Yeah. Flawless.
And she can actually sing.
She can.
Yeah.
Yes. So even Michelle, I think Michelle's pretty.
Oh yeah, hands down. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Michelle.
Babe,
Michelle's pretty.
Michelle is pretty to me.
I ain't say nothing. I just said Michelle.
Yeah. She had a little moment going on, but she all right.
Oh yeah. I didn't care for that movie she was in with Tina. I didn't care for that.
It was a BET Plus movie?
No, it was a Lifetime actually.
Oh,
saying
see, Lifetime.
Yeah, it was one of those.
They do our people wrong.
Yeah, and she was a white man, I think, and he was crazy.
And she was engaged for a while. Mm-hmm. I watched her show on OWN. It was good.
Yeah, but I don't like the way he did her.
Yeah, it was sad.
Yeah.
That was sad. Yeah. But I like Michelle. Anyway, at any rate, we got off topic. So, the album is great. I love the album. I love the transitions. Yes. I mean, Beyonce always has the best producers, writers. You know, the dream is so low key now, but he is making all the bread.
Mm-hmm. Account look nice.
Baby. I mean, he did Solange whole last album.
Man, I love that.
Yeah, like the dream is just so. He'll pop up on a Kanye song. You'll hear him randomly, vocally in the background. Like, he's just so low-key.
And back in his cage.
Back in his cage. I ain't mad at him. Getting that check. I ain't mad at him.
At all.
But earlier, y'all, I asked Kevon, or I mentioned to him, because every time Beyonce has an album, it's like this tradition we do. So, me and my sister, my middle sister, now my older sister, we will, because my older sister, she's not really a Beyonce fan at all. She doesn't really care for her. But anyway. We get so excited about the album, and we're like, okay, waiting on the tickets, and we just try to find, like, a big group to go with us to the concert. And so, like, we've been to 7 Beyonce concerts.
Ooh, 7. You got me beat.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I don't know. We have so many good memories. So I was like, that's a good question. I know which one I didn't like.
What was that?
On the Run. I didn't like On the Run tour because On the Run was at Minute Maid Park and the stage was so far away that everybody, no matter where you sat, you had to watch it on the screen. And I didn't like that.
Oh, yeah. That sucked.
Yeah, that sucked.
Yeah.
So I didn't like that one. But it's hard to say which one's my favorite.
Yeah.
Because I just love Beyonce.
How many have you been to?
One.
And which one was that? Was that Lemonade?
Formation? Yeah.
Okay.
And that was... not by choice, but it's actually like an apology gift, but not to me because I really don't like Beyonce. Like I like her, don't get me wrong, I like her.
Yeah.
But I'm not like, oh, buy me tickets,
Yeah.
He was a fan of Beyonce, the guy I was dating at the time. So I'll give you like a backstory.
Yeah, go ahead.
We
love the background.
This was back in 2016 when that movie Don't Breathe came out.
Ooh.
With the blind man and the people robbed his house and stuff.
Mm-hmm. That's a good movie.
Right. I bought us tickets.
I know, but you ain't see it. Remember, I was like, we should watch this movie, the second one, but you ain't never seen the first one.
Wasn't that good.
Well, we don't want to watch the second one then.
Yeah. Okay. But the first one was good, though.
Yeah, the first one was good.
But we went to, so I bought tickets, our first real date. So I bought tickets at iPick in River Oaks or whatever.
Okay, fancy.
And the time was like late because I know he falls asleep early. So I'm like, the ticket time was like 10 o'clock. The movie time was 10 o'clock or whatever. I'm like, if that's too late, let me know so I can change it.
Yeah.
So he's like, no, it's fine. It's cool. All right. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. So I get to the theater, texting him.
He didn't show up.
And when you go to iPick, the seats you get, you have like the people come to you, ask you what you want to eat and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I think towards the end of the movie, the lady realized that nobody was coming. After I told her somebody was coming, she was like, "Oh, I just want to give you this," and she gave me a margarita, like because I was ordering margaritas all night.
Oh, she felt so sad.
Yes, I think she felt bad.
So wait, back up, Kiva. You watched Don't Breathe by yourself, and you had margaritas.
Yeah. You
wasn't scared?
No, I love scary movies. That's why I bought it. I love horror.
You can watch them by yourself.
Yes.
No,
I can watch them in the daytime.
Yeah.
No, I can watch them anytime. I'm a thug at heart.
Okay, thug.
I'm a thug at heart.
Okay.
I guess I ain't a thug.
So he woke up like hours later, like midnight, 1 o'clock, or whatever, apologizing. And then he was like, okay, well, I got us tickets to Beyonce's concert. And we had really good seats.
That's
like,
nice.
Bomb-ass seats. So it was a good apology.
That's a nice apology gift.
That's
Brett?
I ain't apologizing.
That's how I got to my first Beyonce concert, my only Beyonce concert. So
okay. Yeah, and how was your experience?
It was really good. She's I like her work ethic a lot. She's a performer for real.
Yes,
like
I tell Brett that.
She's really good.
Because he's never been.
I've been to 2.
Well, I thought you the rodeo, right?
And I went to the one at Toyota Center, whichever one that was.
We were together.
No.
Oh, okay.
This is before you, man.
Okay, I'm like, wait a minute. Was she with Destiny's Child still?
They came out.
Okay, so this was probably Beyonce's first concert by herself. Okay, Dangerously in Love or whatever. I don't know. Okay,
I just know I was in high school.
It's been a long time. Oh well, yeah, that was a long time ago. Okay, well, Brett's been to 2. He hasn't seen the new Beyonce.
I need VIP backstage.
At this point,
I have to touch her arm or something.
You have to touch her arm.
Yeah. Speaking of VIP, y'all seen them Chris Brown pictures?
Yes.
Man. $1,000.
$1,000.
I mean, the pose is worth it. I guess they can climb on them.
Man, and he was like, let him do whatever.
Look,
he was like, lick my nipple if you want to for $1,000.
It was a little more than that.
Listen,
I was like, Chris Brown is ghetto.
I tapped my rent money for this.
I'm
sure somebody did.
I'm sure
they lights are off.
Yeah, but they got a picture of Chris Brown.
They sure do, and they posted on their Instagram.
Listen,
it's pinned on their Instagram.
Ain't going nowhere.
Nowhere.
Y'all gonna see this.
So, Kevon, I wanted to kind of do this episode just because I don't want our podcast just to be about like, heterosexual couples. I want it to be like exclusive to everybody. I want all types of audiences to listen to us. Like I said, I love the gays. Mm-hmm. I always got me a good gay friend. Mm-hmm. I always say that. I got me a good gay friend, Lord. Everybody need one good gay friend.
Yeah.
Right.
In their lifetime.
That is true.
I didn't have plenty.
That is true.
So thank you, God.
That is true.
So I'm glad that you accepted the invite to come on here. You're the perfect person. Can you tell us a little bit about like when you were younger? I mean, I know the story, but when you were younger.
Tell the people.
Tell the people. And you knew like, that's the garage.
Oh.
Sorry, y'all. My mom is letting up the garage and it's scared Kevon.
I thought it was my phone vibrating. I said, damn.
Mom, they probably can hear this.
Probably so.
Yeah, if y'all hear that, I'm sorry. It's my mom letting up the garage. Thanks, Mom.
It's all good.
It's all right. Anyway, so can you tell us a little bit about like when you knew you were gay and, because you always say like, I knew I was gay right away. Yeah. Like, as a young boy.
Definitely felt it. I mean, like I said, I grew up around nothing but females. Mm-hmm. Nothing but. My mom and dad had me at 15 and 16. I mean, kids themselves, you know. So my dad, wasn't really around. My mom, I had my grandmother and my aunts on both sides. Mm-hmm. So really not to say like me not having a male figure in my life was the reason I became gay. But it's just the female presence. Mm-hmm. That's all I've known. Mm-hmm. The mannerisms, the lingo. So I'm like, oh, and so it just become a part of me.
Just natural.
It was, that's all I knew. And so I was more like feminine growing up. And people would, of course, at a young age, you get called like fag and things like that. You don't even know what it is. You just being labeled before you even know.
That's horrible.
What these words mean.
Somebody actually called you a fag, like to your face.
I mean, I had like family members say like, stuff like, oh, you a pussy, things like they try to say like, oh, toughen up, like some like along those lines, but
you're a boy, don't act like a girl.
Yeah, pretty much, right. So I'm just like, oh, okay, all right.
And did that stick with you? Like you remember those words?
For sure.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. And I can remember who it came from too.
Oh, damn.
So, but and I try not to say it doesn't. People say like, oh, it doesn't bother me, and I don't think it bothers me, but the fact that I don't really speak to a lot of people from my hometown, I guess it does bother me.
It's traumatizing. I tell Bert that all the time. Like, although they're kids, you think they don't remember, but they will remember.
Right.
Yeah.
So now my sister and her husband trying to have a baby or whatever, and I love that my sister, like, we're like this. So she watched me grow up and watch what I've been through. And no matter what, I'm like, don't ever. What your child says, they want to be. Yeah. And she's so open. Like, shout out to Kiera, because she's going to be the best mom.
Yeah.
But so all that stuck with me. And then I feel like a sense like I feel like I embarrassed my mom a little bit growing up.
Really?
Nobody wants to like be around people know your son is soft or whatever, and that's kind of embarrassing. Like he's your oldest son, your only son for a long time. Because my brother's 22, I'm 28, so we got a big gap. So for the longest time, I was the only boy. Yeah. So my only boy's gay, yada yada, all that. So I feel like.
And how old were you when you were like realizing this? Like when you were like my mom is gonna be. I don't want to embarrass.
I mean, I just feel like I've been this way for forever. I mean, like I said, back in 90, what was that song? What year did I come out? 96? Was it 96? The Boy's Mine by Brandy and Monica? Yeah, my gosh. I feel like I knew then when I would always sing, my aunts would sing Monica's part. I was like, y'all, I'm Brandy. Let me sing Brandy's part. And like I said, Bills was my first song from Destiny's Child. So then all them songs came out when I was way young, So I feel like I just knew like, not to say I knew I was gay, but I knew I wasn't like a regular boy. I didn't want to play football. I was forced into that. I hated it. Yeah. And the only sport I did like that I was forced into was baseball. It was less contact. Yeah. I could run. Wow. Yeah. So yeah.
But your mom has always been accepting of who you were as a person.
Yes.
Shout out to your mom.
Oh, shout out to my mom.
I know she's gonna listen.
Oh yeah, shout out to my mom for real. She's come a long way. Yeah. The stories that I hear about what other gay guys had to go through, I never had to experience that at all.
Like a horror story.
Oh my gosh, and that's why a lot of them turn to the streets, turn to drugs, turn to whatever to feel some kind of sense of home. Yeah. My mom. It's funny. My dad was more accepting first. Yeah. And usually it's the other way around. Right. But my dad was more accepting first, and then my mom. It took her a while because of religion and all that stuff, but to this day we're like best friends. Yeah.
Do you open up to her about like your relationships or?
I don't because you know how you
keep it that way.
Right.
I think even straight kids don't do that. Like I didn't do that. Like it's not your
my
business.
Mom, she's a mom, so she would like if I say I'm going through something, which she did. This happened before where she started a group chat with me, the guy I was talking to, and her. I don't know what's going on, but you guys should fix it and talk. And I'm like, Ma, and I text her on the side. I'm like, don't ever do that again. Yeah, I can handle these niggas. I got this. Yeah. Don't do that again.
I'm the same. Like, I don't like my mom to be in my relationship. Yeah. I mean, her and Brett have a really close relationship, which I'm okay with. Like, they, text and talk to each other on the phone. But I don't want her involved. Yeah. In our relationship at all.
I don't say too much.
Yeah.
No.
That's important. That's important. Yeah. If I'm mad at you, let me be mad at you. Because tomorrow I'm gonna forgive you, but they're not. They're not gonna. Yeah. They're gonna bring it up. I don't ever tell my mom nothing. Because
in relationships you have petty arguments all the time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, all the time. We have an argument about who gonna change pamper. Like, why you gonna change the pamper? Like, I mean, we haven't, but I'm just using it as
who was this?
I'm just using that as an example.
Got you. Okay. Yeah, I was confused.
No, like I'm saying, like we could, just petty stuff. Yeah. So that's important too.
Yeah. No, she's good though. She's come a long way. She knows. I definitely had to create boundaries with her. Yeah. Yes. Because she treat me like, I guess, like I'm one of her daughters, like my sisters. Yeah. My mom, you ain't gotta do that.
Yeah. Because you're still a man.
Yeah. At the end of the day, you ain't gotta do that. Yeah.
And Kevon would make that known, y'all. Like, whenever we go out, he still open the door for me. Yeah. He still put my chair out. I'm like, Kevon.
I literally
He like, I'm still a man.
Right. Right. Sassy and I'm still a man, bitch.
I'm like, okay, whatever.
That's good though, because some dudes be out here like, I'm the female. Like,
yeah, he doesn't do that. Even though Kevon has a flamboyancy to him, he still is like, I'm still a man. Like he makes sure I'm good first. Yes, which is important.
That is very important.
Yeah. So Kevon, you already told the people that you're not from Houston originally. Mm-hmm. You're from Ohio. You were born in Ohio. Yes. Then you moved to North Carolina at what age?
North Carolina at 20, yes. 20.
Oh, okay. So I didn't know it was 8 years. 20.
Yeah, because 8 years I've been here. Because I'm 28 now, so.
No. I'm saying from Ohio to North Carolina.
Oh, no, sorry. I'm thinking here. I apologize. So 13. Because I started.
I'm about to say, wait a minute.
Sorry.
It's champagne.
Sorry, it's just champagne because I was very nervous.
No, you're okay.
So, 13 because I was started 8th grade.
Okay, so you really had like some good time in Ohio.
I had some time in Ohio, yeah. I don't say good, but it was time.
Yeah, I mean, 13 is a long time to be.
Yeah.
So how was your experience growing up in Ohio?
What part of Ohio?
Youngstown.
Ooh, I've heard of that.
Ain't nothing much to hear from though.
Is it very small?
Very small, and everybody has like small-minded thinking.
Is there like a college out there?
I mean, YSU. I mean, but Ohio State's in Columbus though. Where like I think Dak went or Ezekiel.
Is Columbus the capital?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, Youngstown's nothing to. I mean, shout out to Youngstown. You know, that's where I'm from, born and raised. I don't want to sound like I'm talking down on it, but for me, always being like a big-minded person, Youngstown I always feel like I was going to outgrow it.
It's too small.
It's too small. Yeah. And there's no opportunity there.
I feel that.
Is it still that way in 2022?
I honestly haven't been back, and honestly don't care to find out.
We should figure that out, bro.
Please don't.
No, not for your sake. I just want to look it up.
Oh, look it up. Okay, so don't go visit now. It ain't no.
Oh no, I don't like going to small towns.
Yeah, you not going.
Yeah, you
unless I'm there for a couple hours.
Literally.
Yeah, I don't want to be there. Like,
you know how we used to our brunch and going out during the week.
Yeah.
That life doesn't exist there.
Yeah, I know.
So.
And I don't like going to small towns because I live in Texas. You go to a small town here, you might get lynched. Like, I don't got time for that.
Hey, boy.
Yeah, I don't got time for that. So, I'm too scared.
So yeah, that is definitely in the South, but Ohio it's opposite.
Okay.
It's
up north. Baby.
Yeah. Oh,
but
that's true.
Nah, you're not missing out on nothing.
Okay. So growing up there was like
I was not on that journey of finding myself. I was still a kid, so I was just being a kid. Like I was a kid, like being judged. Like I said, being judged, not really knowing who I was or whatever. What I wanted to do. You know how kids, you ask kids, "What do you do? What do you want to do when you grow up?" I didn't have no sense of direction, no sense of influence, because you know I think my dad dropped out when he was like 10th grade, maybe. My mom, shout out to my mom again. She stopped going to school, but then went back, got her GED, and now she got her associates. Now she's finishing up her bachelor's in sociology.
Salute to her.
Oh yeah, sociology major.
My mom was doing it. Yeah. So I didn't have influence at the time to say, "Oh, start thinking about what you want to do, where you want to go, what you want to be." I didn't have that. It was just go to school because. That's right. Exactly.
You definitely didn't have another black male, gay person in that community.
I feel like my journey got real when I got to Charlotte. No, Houston. Actually, I want to say Houston. Well, we're not going to skip. But so my life in Ohio wasn't. It was just I was a kid.
Okay.
I really can't say too much about it because I wasn't really in tune with who I was at the time.
Right.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And then when you got to North Carolina, were you in tune a little bit more?
A little bit more, yes.
Charlotte?
Yeah, Charlotte.
Okay.
Yeah, Charlotte, North Carolina. That's where I do call home. That's where I found myself. I found my best friend. Shout out to Deanna and Renzo there. But that's when I first saw two females holding hands, like in public, without shame or without guilt. And I was like, oh, we exist here. We can do that.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't, because where I'm from, you don't do that. Yeah. you don't do that. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, I feel like I'm home. I felt better in a sense.
Game
like
changer.
It was really an eye opener. Like I might, fit in here.
Yeah.
And I did essentially for the most part.
Yeah.
So how is Charlotte as a city? I'm sorry to cut you
No,
off,
baby, go ahead.
Charlotte as a city now I haven't been there in a while. At the time, the gay thing for me was because Ohio doesn't have one, so all of it was new to me. It was easy to get sucked into a world that you're not used to because it feels good and it feels familiar because I feel at home here.
Yeah.
You know, around my people. But luckily, I feel like that's where I met my best friend in high school, who I call my cousin, and he helped guide me to make sure I wasn't in any trouble. I didn't fall into the wrong crowds.
Is he a gay male as well?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was popular. He still is popular. On Instagram, he is very popular. So I feel like.
Hello.
I feel like
repost
the podcast.
Oh no, for real.
Yeah.
And he will though. But I feel like God gives you people to kind of protect you because it's so easy for a young black gay to fall into a world that this is all new to you and it feels good and it looks good.
Yeah.
And
you are preaching.
Like it really does but I feel like that's how most come in contact with things they shouldn't have come in contact with because they don't have boundaries or people to look out for them. You know, and I'm so blessed to have all that. Like, you know.
And I say you're preaching because Brett and I have this conversation, and my sister as well, my middle sister, and we talk about how, like, you know, we know someone who is gay and they were around the wrong crowd, and they ended up learning certain things from other people versus like somebody they trust or their family or their parents or whoever. And like now that person has HIV. So it's like you see what I'm saying? Like how fast things can escalate, and that person's very young. So it's like, you know, influence is real, especially when you're a part of a community that you don't really have a lot of resources from.
Or know a lot about, because where I'm from, I don't know anything about this. I just knew this is who I was, but I didn't know it was a whole, you know, house or ballrooms or whatever, like a whole community that I could be a part of if I wanted to, you know. So it was good, and I'm so grateful. Like I really am. Like I really am. I remember my prayer before I moved here to Houston. My aunt, her husband, so his brother is a pastor, and I was just like, when I move to Houston, I just want you to pray for me, not for anything like crazy, but like just so I don't fall into the wrong crowd or the fall, you know, be around people who mean me no good. You know, it's like I said, it's easy. And I'm in a new city, a bigger city.
Yes,
and
huge.
I don't have the friends that I have here. I have to start over from scratch. So it's easy to say, oh, we want to be your friend. And the gay community, people say they want to be your friend, but they, for the most part, you know, they just want to fuck.
What I know.
And, you know, and a lot of people. Actually, it's funny because I read that on Twitter the other day. This guy was like, "I'll be wanting to meet new friends, but you think you got a new friend, but they end up wanting to fuck." And a lot of people like, you know, concur with that. And I'm like, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah,
and it sucks.
But why? And we've had this conversation before too. Why is it like that here in Houston, or is it like that just everywhere. In general?
I think it's everywhere.
It's not even just the gay community. Every community
now, like even having sisters now and seeing what they go through, I'm like, bitch, you going through what I'm going through, pretty much.
Yeah, that's true.
Every community, somebody trying to lay something.
Yeah,
that's true. Commitment is not a real thing. It's when you're during a certain like age gap, I guess, like. Or even so older, it doesn't matter. It just it depends on who you are, how you look at things, and experiences.
Life experience.
Even if commitment is what you want, it's like, are you in the space to be in a partnership?
Have you dealt with your trauma?
Right, because that's what my situation was. I met amazing guys. I've dated amazing guys. I really will say that, but there were underlying issues that weren't resolved,
addressed,
and so they look at you for all the answers or their source of happiness or things like that. And I'm like dealing with my own stuff, but I'm dealing with it. I'm mastering myself and healing the best way I can, you know.
Right.
Versus them, they like to sweep it under the rug, or if you call them out on certain things, they get offended and things like that. So like dating for me ain't been, you know. One week is this, and next week is that.
It's hard though. Dating is hard. It's not.
It's work.
It's work.
Oh yeah, it's work.
Yeah, and it takes a while to like even discover what you really want. That takes a while. Yeah, because like I talked about in our first episode, you know, like I had a whole phase, definitely. Like I was just playing the field. Yeah. Thinking I wanted a committed relationship, but I really was. My actions were showing otherwise.
I've been there.
Yeah,
I've been there.
Yeah. So yeah, and then you know it just comes with experience, like Brett said, and then growth.
I think because I always talk about, I don't think I really want to get married. But if I find the right partner, I'm willing to, you know, do that.
Yeah, I mean, things change, man.
Yeah, for sure.
As you grow and get older, things change. Yeah. So I feel you. I'm not knocking you not getting married. Yeah. I'm just saying, as you grow and get older.
And I'm open to the change. I'm open to it.
Yeah.
Now, I will say, I'm kind of rigid on the kids.
And that's fine. Me and my sister had this conversation today because she knows she does not want to have kids. Yeah. Like, she's finally made her mind up. Like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
And she's fine with that.
Give me
and, like, a lot of people are like, you don't want to be a mom? Like, what? Oh, my God. You'll be a great mom?
Being a parent is not for everybody.
Yeah, and it's not easy.
Especially if you're not really, like, invested in parenthood and what's to come from it.
To see how y'all do it with just Chase. My mama did it with 4 by herself.
God bless.
Shout out to mama.
You know, for real. You know,
and you know how I feel about single moms. I'm always like, oh my God, single moms.
God bless
y'all because I have bread, and it's hard.
And right when I walked in today, I'm like, it's still like, you need help? I can take trash out. You was like, Brett, take the trash. I'm like, I can take the trash out. That's nothing.
Well, no, it's because the diaper pail is hard, and I just
but I was willing to help.
I know you were. I'm like, no, let me not mess it up because I messed it up before. Yeah.
Oh Lord, messed it up.
But yeah, like when I walked in and saw that, I'm just like, ooh.
It's a lot.
That looked tough.
It's a lot, man.
Dang, I'm sorry.
No, you wore it well. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
As soon as you walk through the door, I'm passing it to you. Like, bitch, please do
help
that.
me.
Like, pour me a drink, change the diaper.
This your son.
Right. No, right.
Right. It's your son, but it's mine.
Yeah, it's yours. You here now, so it's yours.
It's tough, but like I said, man, things change. Man. You might feel different 2 years from now.
Yeah.
And remember that show we used to watch on Netflix? And they just had a baby. And remember one spouse didn't want to have a baby just yet because he was growing in his career, getting in his bag, and he's doing well now. Yeah. And then now his husband wanted the baby really bad, and it took some time, and now they have a baby.
That compromise I do. Yeah. I mean, if I know I'm in it with the person, I know he'll be a good partner and a good father. I'll do it. I really would.
Yeah.
But if I know I'm just because what I've been through, I ain't found that.
Yeah.
I feel like
you're still young.
I feel like I've been a father to the ones that I've
not a father.
Listen,
not a father.
We don't go there though.
Like the old folks say, man, just keep on living, man.
Jesus.
But I think I'm gonna get to that point where it's like I'm gonna like now that I'm like in nursing school and like on my shit.
Yeah.
And once I get that, and I'm like, there's nothing you can. Now the bar really high.
Hello.
The price really went up.
Hello.
So we just fucking at this point.
Right.
I'm sorry.
The price gotta
go
up.
No filter. Remember.
I know, but I'm just like, oh.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm like, if you can't, don't stress me out. I do not like being stressed.
Right.
I don't stress. My intention is never to stress anybody else out.
Right.
Let's communicate. Let's talk about it. Whatever it is, I swear to God, like I'm so open with everything. But if you doing some underlying backhanded stuff.
And Kevon is very open.
I'm very open. Mm-hmm. That's what sucks the most.
Yeah.
Because I'm so open. That's what sucks the most.
Yeah. So did you have like because Brett and I always talk about like, why do people who are gay or lesbian, why do they have to have a coming out moment? Like, why do they have to announce it to the world and say, hey, I'm this? Yeah. Because as straight people, you don't have to do that.
Right.
Well, before you answer, sometimes we already know.
Yeah.
So, like, it's like, why are you announcing?
Yeah.
So,
that was my
that is true.
Just being for real.
Yeah.
Sometimes you already know. Like, bro, we already knew that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to my Aunt Mika. My Aunt Tamika, she was the first, well, besides my siblings and my cousins or whatever, she was the first adult who I told, like, I'm gay. Mm-hmm. Because it's sad to talk about it now. Well, not really sad to talk about it now, but you would want to tell your mom that first, or your dad, or whatever. But I told my aunt, because I wasn't in a space where I could talk to my mom about it, because like I said before, the whole religion and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It would have just went left, and I had time. So I remember writing my mom a letter, and then going to work. So I was at work. Yes, I wrote her a letter and left it on the floor by the front door. So when she opened the door, she read it.
Were you nervous?
I was nervous.
Yeah.
But then I was like, I was going to work, so I'm like, I ain't got to be here, you know.
I'm be focused on work. Yeah, I get it.
But my aunt Mika, she always created a safe space for me to just be open, and she was the first person I told, and it felt like a shoulder literally being lifted off me. And I didn't really feel like I needed a coming out moment because I'm very private. Even if you go to my Instagram now, I don't post much.
Right.
So I just needed, as long as my mom knew and my dad knew and my siblings or whatever, I don't care who knew.
Right.
I didn't need a whole,
the important people.
Yeah, exactly. So I didn't need a whole by the way, I didn't need a post or a status or something like that. I didn't need all that.
Or coming out, I came out in the whole paragraph. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like celebrities do. Yeah.
Yeah. And
the extra.
Yeah. And I get it. Some people, for them, validation, I guess. But for me, I long as the ones close to me knew, I didn't care.
Yeah.
I didn't care.
And shout out to your aunt, like you said, because being an aunt is it's like raising help.
No, yes,
it is.
For sure. Yes, it is.
I try to be the best aunt I could be.
I think they play important roles in your nieces and nephews' lives. Because what you don't tell your mom or dad, I definitely ran to my Aunt Chrissy, my Aunt Joni, and my Aunt Tamika. And
that's a blessing because I didn't have that experience. I didn't have like my mom has, she has 5 brothers or had 5 brothers. Mm-hmm. and my dad had one brother and 4 sisters. I think I'm getting it right. So yeah. So, but I mean, I didn't have that. Like, I didn't have like just an aunt that we were like close with that I could run to and be like, girl, blah blah blah. So it's important, like you said, like that you had that. Not that made me want to be there for my nephews even more.
Yeah, you really got that. That's how I am. Like, I feel like I would defend. You know, you have a child, and you find like your mom is a better grandmother than she is a mother. I feel like that's what that is. Like, your grandmother always come running to the grandchild. Don't hit him. Don't whoop him. Give him that. You know, where was you at when I was a child? You know, so it's kind of like that. You know, in a sense.
Did you experience a lot of bullying growing up? I mean, we all experienced bullying. I mean, I was bullied in middle school. I felt like I was bullied a little bit.
I feel like I experienced a lot of bullying in elementary school because, you know, with kids, no filters. You saying the first thing that comes.
Cruel.
Yeah, they right. So right.
I feel like, and not bullying like because I hate the term because it's real bullies out there. I feel like people said some harsh stuff.
Oh so, yeah, that's what it was for the most part. It was just words. It wasn't never physical.
Right.
Growing up, I was never a fighter. I'm
you're a lover.
Yeah, definitely. So I never, you know, but it was definitely like words being said. Like if there's like a riff, they wouldn't just say, "Oh, you this or that." It was if I made them mad, you know, because I never was one to like kiss ass. I think that's why I don't have a lot of gay friends because in this community, I feel like you do have to kiss a lot of ass to people who are popular or whatever, just to be, oh, I know this person and we're friends. But I'm like, I don't give a damn about being
who
friends.
You know.
With, right. I don't care about making friends like that. Like, no, all my friendships to be genuine.
But I feel like it's like that with females too.
See. And that's why I don't care.
Who was I talking to? And I said, "Oh, that was Brittany. Was it Brittany yesterday?" And I said, "You know, went to a gay club one time." I said, "I can't go to gay clubs because the men be looking better than me." Like, I said, they contour be good, they booty be popping. I said, and I be looking like average Joe up in this hole.
I hate you. I hate you. They do come with it though.
They do. They do. So. I mean, it's like that in the female community too. It's like about, you know, who's popping and you know, I don't care about that either.
You know, listen, right?
Yeah, but you didn't experience like a lot of bullying, like hateful things or anything like that.
If it was, it wasn't out loud.
Yeah.
So you know, maybe like you know, under the breath or whatever.
Well, that's good. Yeah. That's a blessing that you didn't experience.
Yeah, I feel like my journey for the most part. I mean, versus from what I heard, I never try to like. You know, oh, I had it rough and tough. No, because I know some stories. Like my cousin Renzo, the one I told you about. Yeah. His dad actually fought him. Fist fight. So, you know, he would always come to my house just to feel at home. My mom makes everybody feel at home. Yeah. So he would just come over, lay on my floor, literally sleep and be at peace.
That's like safe place.
No, literally. Yeah. Yes. My mom always created that for well, as far as our friends, I mean, yeah, she did for us too, but when it came to talking to her about personal stuff. Yeah. Not really. She wasn't there mentally.
My mom was the same way.
Yeah.
But I think that's because my mom was very sheltered growing up. Listen, honey, my mommy, she still be asking why women wear stockings under her. I'll be like, Mama, don't nobody wear stockings under her. Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like, my mom, so I get it. Yeah. Like, my mom was like that with my friends. Like, if she knew, like, oh, this person's growing up a certain way, I'm going to be a safe haven for them. Yeah. But then for us, I'd be like, bruh. Girl. Right. I need to talk to you about this.
Right. Well, I try to talk to you, cuss me out.
Right. Like, exactly. Okay, good. So let's talk a little bit about the gay community in Houston, because that's really... Well, why we are here. We want to talk about your dating experiences and, you know, why is so much baggage in Houston and, yeah.
You know, so I date a lot of African-American guys. I prefer it, you know.
Yeah.
I like chocolate. I like them
salute,
dark and left in the oven for too long. I like them burnt. I like them like that.
Salute,
burnt toast.
But, you know, with that comes a lot of trauma, too, because being gay, a lot of them didn't have families they can, like I said, run to and talk to about, oh, you know, I'm gay. Yeah. Love me. It was more so like, oh, you gay. Either get out, or there was some kind of resentment towards them or whatever, things like that. And it creates a lot of emotional trauma, mental trauma, and it shows up later on, and it definitely shows up in relationships, because that's where it showed up for me. That's where I saw different patterns for other guys. And I'm not perfect myself.
Right.
I'm not perfect at all.
Right.
But I've definitely done the work to where I know how to love my partner or, you know, be there for them.
Right.
But I can't do the work for them. And I can't do a codependent situation. You have to heal or you have to do your work.
Yeah. You can't go ahead, babe.
No, I wouldn't. I was disagreeing.
Yeah, you can't be codependent on your partner. No. You have to love yourself first. That is so important.
Listen, it would be awkward for me because I feel like I'm a parent now. So when you try to kiss on me and try to have sex, I feel like, bro, you my son. Get off me.
Oh, damn.
Like,
not Nicki Minaj.
Like, no, literally, like you are my child. Like,
Damn.
I'm telling you how to. I mean, I get it. You need to be taught things, but it's like.
You're tired of teaching.
I am. Because if I can not that I can pull myself out of stuff, if I can just take hold of my life and say, you know, I don't want to play victim to this no more. I don't want to live like this anymore, be in this mental space anymore. And I get it's harder for some people. It really is. I get that. But it's like after every guy. Like, come on. Yeah. Somebody got to work on themselves. Yeah. And then if they're assholes or they're narcissists and things like that. So I'm like, you ain't winning either way. Yeah. You know, so I got to a point where I was like, I'd rather just sleep around. I literally got to a point where I was like, I would just sleep around. Mm-hmm. And if it comes, it comes. If it don't, I'm focusing on myself right now anyway.
But why is there so much, like, misconceptions? Well, it could be a misconception. Why is the gay community so sexualized? Why is it that, you know, people can't commit?
I think... I feel like that question is so broad. I feel like it varies by the person. Mm-hmm. I feel like a lot of people sleep around just to feel some sense of love or to feel needed. Like, oh, this person wants me and needs me, and even though it don't feel right, but for these next 5 minutes or whatever, I feel like I'm wanted by somebody. I'm loved by somebody. I never felt that. Not from a parent, not from an actual love, but from this hookup. I'm feeling everything I needed in this 5 minutes right here.
Because the gay community, I mean, y'all have Grindr, and Grindr is like...
Yeah. What is Grindr?
It's like the gay Tinder.
Okay.
Literally.
But it's worse, right? Am I wrong?
You know what, honestly? So I'm going to say this. My friend, who's only 24, last week, I want to say he met a guy on Grindr. And I could be wrong, but I know the kind of guy he likes, the kind of guys he likes. And I want to say he met him off Grindr. He met up with a guy, and the guy robbed him and shot him, and my friend died literally last week. Yeah, and I think it was literally from Grindr. Yeah, so
your friend died.
And he was only 24, 25. Yeah,
bruh.
You didn't tell me this.
Yeah, because it just happened, and my whole hospital, because he worked at the hospital with me.
Yeah,
and the whole hospital was just shook because he was pop. Everybody know him.
Yeah,
and it happened. So like when you brought the whole Grindr thing up, I'm like, I think that's where because I know him. I know the kind of guys he like.
Yeah, because it's dangerous. Because what's that show I used to watch on HBO? I forgot. The gay guys had an app, and it's like they literally like meet me here in 5 minutes. Mm-hmm. It's like you don't even talk. Tinder is more like, you know, you're gonna talk for a couple of days and
Grindr's more like where you at?
Where you at?
Looking right now.
You want to do it right now? Yeah. It's no conversation.
Tinder kind of like that too, though.
Well, that wasn't my experience.
Talking, I ain't been on Tinder, but from what I understand, people don't want the same thing on Tinder.
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, so that I really don't care for online dating.
Same.
I really don't.
Yeah,
that's why I don't keep a lot of those apps. When I meet guys, the few guys I have met, it's been through, I mean, I guess it's online again, but it's like social media, but it's through like a mutual friend. It's always like through somebody who knows him. Yeah. That can give me some kind of...
And they can vouch for him.
Yeah. For the most part.
They can say he's not dangerous.
Yeah, oh, yeah, they can say that for sure.
Because you always tell me like the gay community is a little dangerous.
Yeah. And luckily, thank God, I've never been with somebody who I felt like my life was in danger. Yeah. Now, they done some dumb shit to where like showing up at my house, you know, all that. And I live by myself. So they've done stupid things like that. But the things like I'm like, you know, in harm's way, I never thought that.
Would you be open to date outside your race, though?
I would.
You would.
But in this day and age, it's kind of tricky. You got to be really aware of, you know, my community and the things we went through and the things like what's cool to do and say and what's not cool to do and say. And not try to brush my experience off because, that's y'all just, no.
Yeah.
No.
Privilege.
So he had to be more like a Justin Timberlake or
he got to be something.
A Robin Thicke.
Just aware. That's it. I don't care who you like. Just be aware.
No, he got to be a Paul Wall. He got to have a grill in his mouth.
Oh, Paul Wall a little too more blacker than me.
Exactly.
But I'm open. I don't ever want to limit myself or be rigid in my thinking. But I do prefer.
Right, man. Black is beautiful.
Yeah.
Black is beautiful. Definitely.
Black is
everything
beautiful.
about a black man.
Yeah. So, what about this? And this is a tough subject. What about being a gay black man and being a Christian at the same time?
That was tough.
Because we've been to church together.
Listen, right? New Year's service together. Yeah.
We've been to Lakewood together too.
We went to, did we? I know we went to New Year's where Yolanda Adams, I think, Pastor Keon's church.
Yeah, we went to Lighthouse.
That
was Lakewood together.
I don't know.
Ain't no time.
We went to church together. That's all that matters. We prayed together.
Hello.
We prayed together.
Family that prays together stays together.
So I remember one point, like I said, I was one point, battling with my sexuality and, of course, Christianity. I was like, you know what? Not that I stopped believing, but I was like, if you knew me before I knew myself, and I was gonna be this way, why even create me to send me to hell?
Right?
Because I'm like, of course I want to go to heaven.
Right.
I don't want to die and go to hell. So, but I'm like, this is just who I am. I've been this way for as long as I can remember. Mm-hmm. It's hard for me to say, oh, I'm straight down, but I'm fake. Just so I can go to heaven. But He knows your heart, whatever.
Right.
That was just me being young and crazy. So I was like, remember crying on my couch one day, like, God, if you're really gonna send me to hell, just take it away. If because I don't want to go to hell, and I don't want to risk my life being this way if you're gonna send me to hell.
Right.
But as I've gotten older, I have a personal relationship with Him, and I just don't feel that way anymore. I really feel like He does love me, and He is for me.
Yes.
And
Amen.
there is a place for me.
He does. He does.
And I feel like that kind of messaging, like you going to hell, that's why a lot of gays turn out how they turn out.
Yeah.
Because we going to hell anyway. So in the point of living right, let's go sleep around. Let's give it whatever we got to the next person, because we all gonna die anyway, and we all going to hell, so let's all go to the same place.
That's sad.
And it sucks, and that's why you got meet a lot of heartless people, like who can rob somebody and kill her.
Yeah.
That's
so
crazy.
That's sad. Because God does love you.
Yeah, and that's how I feel now.
He created you.
Nobody can tell me different now.
Right.
Nobody can tell me different now.
He knew you when you were in your mom's
That's
womb.
what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, y'all tell me all that, and then say I'm going to hell. What was the point? I might as well act a fool while I'm here then.
Right.
Might as well show my ass.
And Brett and I want to say this to a lot of single females. If you're looking for a husband and you are on the same wavelength as I was on, make sure you discuss things with the person you're dating. Like when Brett and I started dating, I had a dog, right? So, I had a dog. So my dog came along with me. And if we spend a night, my dog gonna be there. Like, it's a dogs are responsibility. So I'm like, do you like dogs? Because I've talked to guys before and they were like, I don't like dogs. So, hey, you gotta like a dog. Then it was like, okay, if we get serious, we get married, and our child decides to be gay or a lesbian, how do you feel about that? That's a serious question that a lot of people need to really discuss.
Right.
Because there's a lot of males out there that I have seen, whether it was on Facebook or we've been in discussion, they're like, oh, if my son was gay, I'd beat it out of him, or just all types of stupid shit that I don't necessarily agree with.
I don't agree with that either.
Even Dwayne Wade stuff, that I've seen people talk about Dwayne Wade's daughter and how, she transitioned. I don't just agree with it. I don't. Yeah. But of course, I'm a very open person.
Right.
And that's not our decision for our children. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not your decision. Whatever they want to do is their life. And I always say, if Chase want to be a ballerina, Chase want to be blue. Right. If Chase want to wear a damn circus suit and go join a damn circus, I'm going to be right there and support his ass.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Because that's just me. I'm about my child, whatever my child is about. Do you feel like you got that from your parents?
Definitely now. Yeah. For sure. Mom is always like showing up. Yeah. Like regardless of who's saying what or what somebody got to say. She's definitely a mama bear now.
Yeah.
I mean, she's always been that way, but I definitely feel it now versus growing up and all the, beatings and stuff. But
that's important. Feel it. You feel it now.
Yeah, I definitely feel it now.
Yeah.
I definitely feel it. And it's always been us forever. Us, my mom, and 4 kids.
Yeah.
And now she's an empty nester. So she's going through like a tough time right now.
All your siblings moved out.
My sister's still there, but she's out working school, so she's barely there.
Yeah.
And that's my second sister. And she's married now, which is good. I'm honestly happy that she's married because she would be lonely if she wasn't.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot.
My mom lives in Katy. I live in Pearland. Baby, that drive ain't happening.
Not like you think.
Listen, look. I mean, in gas wedding, FaceTime me, child.
I'll talk to you later.
Listen. But I love her to death. Like, that's my girl.
Yeah.
I like I said, I definitely feel it. And I can resonate where you're coming from because that's her.
Yeah. And your dad, too.
Oh, yeah. Rest his soul.
Rest his soul, yeah.
He was the first thing he said when I came out to him. He's like, I support you and love you either way.
Yeah.
He didn't ask me no questions. He just said, I support you and love you.
Yeah.
And it was that. Literally, it was that simple. I thought it was going to be worse coming from him.
Yeah.
But
that's how it is sometimes with dads.
Yeah.
When I tell my dad stuff, it be like, yeah.
Yeah.
It's with moms, it's more of questions.
Yeah, she want to ask questions.
Too many questions.
Too many. Listen, goddamn, I'm over here.
This is what I'm doing. That's it.
And you be afraid to tell your daddy stuff, and then he just be like,
I should tell him
okay,
first.
That's cool.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm over
what
here.
your mama say?
Right.
Actually, too much.
Ask me questions I don't know the answers to. Like, Mom, damn, I'm telling you I'm gay. You ask me a lot right now.
I'm telling you I'm gay.
Right. You ask me a lot. When, who you do it with the first time. Like, Ma.
Well, Kevon, I honestly think that, you know, your soulmate is still out there. I know you'd be like, yeah.
Man, just keep on living.
You know, I believe. I'm partial.
You're on the right path.
Yeah. I hope he don't come when I'm just like, boy.
And you've changed so much throughout the years.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, though. Because, like, as I've grown up, my tolerance become real short.
But you grew up so much. Yeah. Like, I remember telling Brett one day, I'm like, Kevon he has really grown.
I'm all about peace now. Like, all about peace.
Hey, me too.
Now that I live on my own and I create my own environment, it's like, if you coming in, you going to interrupt my vibe? No.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. Mm-mm. I see the growth.
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
It's necessary.
Yeah. Because, you know, child, at first, I was like, this boy is...
We about to be bopping down Washington Avenue.
I said, I love him, but he is crazy. But I definitely see the growth in you. Yeah. And I definitely think that eventually you will find someone. Yeah. I'm happy that you know, you're stepping out of the box of the regular.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know what you mean by that.
Yeah. I'm happy that, you know, you got to share your story with us. Yes. And I hope that listening to our podcast, somebody is like, ooh, I like how, you know, he said that, or it make me feel this way, because we know a lot of gay, lesbian people who are still, like, you know, going through it. We do. Yeah. Yeah.
I love how inclusive y'all are. You know,
we don't want to leave nobody out.
We were talking about this. Like I said, we would go out during the week, have our drinks. You would talk about, I want to do a podcast. I'm like, oh yeah. My drink in my head. My drink in my hand. Like, yeah, go for it.
I've been saying this for years.
Yeah, no, seriously. So when you told me you're doing it and invited me, I said, bitch, really? Is that a question?
Yeah.
Let's do this.
I'm like, please. You're like the perfect person.
This.
I said, you're going to spill it all and tell us all. But it's still some people who struggle with that. No, it is.
And that's why I'm always gentle when I do meet people, no matter who it is, no matter how popular I think they are or how tough I think they are. I'm always gentle, because you meet people, you hear a story that nobody else knows about. And that's literally what I've gotten from the guys that I've dated. I'm like, oh, that's why you do that. That's why you act like that.
Yeah.
And it's never been addressed because you hide it and nobody knows you deal with that way, you know?
Yeah.
But if you're dating me, I want to get to the root of stuff, because I'm like, we're not operating like this. We're not talking to each other like that. We're not, you know, just because you see them do it, we're not doing that.
Right.
Like, no.
Right. You're trying to be on the right path.
Listen.
Right. We don't have to do
like I said, my tolerance is real low.
Right.
So.
Brett, did you have any more questions for Kevon?
Yeah, I just had one more.
What's that?
What advice would you give your younger self?
Ooh.
Great question.
No, really, to love yourself and to know what you want. I would always date people, but I would never know what it is I want. People can say, oh, what makes you happy? And I'm like, oh, I really don't know. I really don't know what makes me happy. But just to have a partner or a boyfriend in high school, you know, I think that's what my mom went through. Like I guess a daddy issue. You know, at 16, she had me. And I remember at 16 feeling that way, like, oh, I want a boyfriend. Everybody else has one, and not even knowing what a boyfriend was.
What it really is.
And what it take to keep one. Or
I like that.
Kids,
That's deep.
So I would say love yourself. And love yourself and know what it is that you want. Because now I can say I know what I want.
Yeah.
And anybody, I don't care what you look like, how nice your body is, or whatever.
How much money you got.
I don't give a damn. Yeah. I don't give a damn.
How popping you are.
Baby, listen. And I'm lame, so we ain't gonna match anyway.
Lame-o.
Honestly, we not lame. We just about our peace. And I ain't into what everybody else into. I don't need all that. Like, I don't even be on social media, so I don't care what you... I don't care.
I'm into eating.
Listen, you already know me.
And going to have a couple of drinks.
You know I got restaurants on my phone for days.
This who I hit up when I ask for spots.
Literally. Kiva is the person we hit up. Literally. We're like, what's the next brunch spot?
Listen, and I'm so upset that August... in 2 days, it's national, it's Houston Restaurant Week.
And we missed it.
No, it's coming up.
Oh, I thought
it's about to start.
It's about to start. Yeah, it's about to start.
Oh, we need to reserve some stuff.
At school and work. But I ain't going nowhere with your hair looking like this either.
But that's a part of adult life.
It really is. And so I'm glad I got to experience it when I first got here in Houston. But now I'm about my business. And get myself together.
I mean, it ain't going nowhere.
Oh, no. We back outside. Once I graduate. We'll be back outside.
We'll be back.
Yeah. Well, Kevon, thanks for joining us today. Thanks for coming. He came right after he got off work.
Real friend. Real friendship.
Still had on his scrubs.
Listen,
with his do-rag.
With my do-rag.
So thanks for coming. We love you. We enjoyed you. Thanks for being so open.
Oh, listen. Always. Anytime.
Yes. So, I don't know what oh, wait. What?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, wait, hold up.
Y'all, I done had me too many drinks.
A lot.
Well, it's just champagne.
But I'm happy we had this because I was nervous. I was like, please get me drunk because I don't. Get me tipsy because I'm nervous.
I mean, champagne just mimosa. Listen, we be having bottomless mimosas at home.
And I love it.
It's just get you some $5 Andre.
And some orange juice.
And some orange juice. Some Simply Orange.
Call it a good day.
That's an $8 cocktail for you.
Everybody feeling good at the table.
Hello, everybody. I'm like,
I'm mimosa and daiquiri. So
right. I'm over here posing like I'm Beyonce. Okay, yes. Social media. So I am on Instagram at Mrs. One for the Brooks.
Oh, okay.
What's
I'm
your
at
Nahari
JC, but it's spelled NJERI JC. And that's my grandfather's name, which he's Kenyan. And I love the name. It's better than
Nahari is beautiful.
I love it a lot. It sounds exotic. So I use that name a lot. But yeah, that's my at name.
And y'all know me, man. _Ashton Brooks, man.
Yes, and we are One for the Brooks podcast. Thank you for joining us again. We love you guys. We will talk to you soon, babe.
I don't have nothing to say.
You don't even want to say we love y'all?
We love y'all. They know I love them, though.
Thank y'all for inviting me into your homes and cars and stuff. Hopefully I wasn't too much for y'all.
No, you was right. You were perfect. I think it was great. Yeah. But thanks, guys, for tuning in. And please repost our podcast.
Share and download.
All that good stuff.
We are getting a lot of subscribers, so we're just so excited about it.
Yeah, just share it, man. Keep sharing. Keep tapping in, man.
Yeah.
Somebody not listening, make sure they're listening.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And we only have 4 episodes to go. And this is going to be the end of our season.
Season 1, yeah.
Season 1, yeah.
Season 1 with the Brooks.
I know. 4 more episodes, y'all. So tune in every Friday. Almost every Friday. Well, thank you. Right. Bye. Peace out.
We good.
Yep.